Hi, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Good Life Companies. Let's go in and make some breakfast. Come on in Monday morning at my office. Hello. All right, so it's Monday morning. One of the most important things to start off every day is to ask yourself, what is your morning ritual? So we're talking about Millionaire Mentor Week, and what I've studied and what I do for myself is the secret to millions, and we're talking about wealthy, millions in our bank account and feeling like $1,000,000, is rituals. And it's about life design, and we have to design our life, not that life controls us. We're going from, like I said yesterday, meeting to meeting, running to event, go, 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 kids this, get them up, get them out. And we don't have any rituals. We're really just running like crazy every single day, just worn out at night, and then we probably don't even sleep that well. So what we're going to talk this entire week is the secret to millions, feeling like $1,000,000 and having millions in the bank account, is the concept of rituals. And it's different than routines. It's different than even the habits. So we need these habits like brushing our teeth every single day. We need routines or processes that we follow. But rituals is a very specific word. And I like the word rituals because when you think in terms of ritual, and the reason why I like to think about it this way is rituals are like holy. Rituals have meaning. Rituals, we have them in our life because it's something that's very important to us. So we have a ritual around it. And rituals have been around since the beginning of time. So what we want to do is we want to start off our day with our morning rituals. And that's the first place to look is what is your morning ritual? And if it's wake up, go crazy, get the kids up, run out, or whatever the case is, there is no ritual. Well, I guess that is kind of the ritual, but I don't think it's the ritual that we want. So really my ritual every single day, I get up, I meditate, we'll talk about that later in the week, and then I make a very quick breakfast. And here's the thing, my breakfast is the same every single day because part of something that happens that we're spending some of our most important brain time, which is decision making. So believe it or not, what we're learning through science is that we only have so much capacity every single day to make decisions, to decide between what's important and not important. So we want to decide on the important things and take all the other decision making out of our life. So the idea is simplicity, and how do we create these rituals and just make life simple? So the way I do that is every single day, it's the same breakfast. No decision, just same ingredients. Sometimes I flip it up a little bit. So that's number one, simplicity. Two, rituals. Keep it easy, take the decisions completely out of the equation as much as possible. And then four, make it fast. So we don't have to spend a lot of time making breakfast. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the ingredients for a very healthy breakfast and why breakfast is important. Running through the drive-thru to McDonald's is not breakfast. That's just crappy stuff we're putting in our system. Breakfast is food, whole food, because our body needs it. It eats it. It uses it as fuel to get our day started. So we have the brain capacity and the body ability to just make life rock this very specific day. And if we don't start our day right, the whole day is going to be off. So let's go ahead and look at what we do for breakfast. So here's a Vitamixer. We're in my office. I have another Vitamixer at home. These are pretty pricey, but you save money by not eating out. And when it's the same all the time, this is going to save you money by not eating out. It's not as expensive as you think, even though this is whole food, organic food that we're putting on our bodies every day. But I have one at the office, so if I don't have time for whatever reason in the morning at home, I can come to the office and do it, or vice versa. But Vitamixer, and here's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and time, whoever might have a timer at home, time. And let's look at this. What I want to say, something else. I suck in the kitchen. Gary's the cook. I'm not the cook. But I can make a smoothie. So if I can do this with my life and what I do produce every single day, believe me, everybody can. So here's how, pretty simple. Really just like a half of a small glass, maybe a little more, of almond milk. Now, sometimes we make our almond milk at home, which is very simple. Again, we're not master chefs. We don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I can't cook. Everything has to be very simple. But making almond milk at home is actually pretty easy. But you can also buy nut milks in the grocery store. But here's where we have to be aware. Most things are processed, and processed means they have a lot of crappy ingredients that actually hurt our bodies. So it's kind of defeating the purpose if we're doing all this organic health food and then we're putting almond milk that has ingredients like carrageenan in it, and these other fillers. So this almond milk has filtered water, organic almonds, and Himalayan sea salt. That's what we make at home. So again, it's not just the nut milks that you might want to get away from dairy, but you have to look at every ingredient, and you're always reading ingredients. So that's it. Now we're going to do some, again, organic almond butter. This is creamy. Just get it from Whole Foods, your local market. Just make sure it's organic. And I just put like a tablespoon of yummy almond butter, and I can just eat this straight off the spoon. And this is, oh, and another thing you want to make sure, no sugar. Always check to make sure there's no added sugar. Now, this is one thing that makes the smoothie. So this is called Mighty Maca, and actually a doctor friend of mine manufactures this. And it's Mighty Maca, and why I love Mighty Maca is that, number one, the primary ingredient is maca. And maca is called a superfood, and why there's these superfoods, and what superfoods are is they're full of vitamins and minerals, just more than we'd even get in a supplement. So Mighty Maca is one of those superfoods, among others, and it's really great for inflammation. Why most of us are sick or not feeling great is we have all this inflammation in our body, so we want to make sure to put good foods in to really reduce inflammation, but also we can add things like maca that helps with that. Also, maca is great for energy and balancing hormones. It's just got all of this health benefits. It's been used by the indigenous for probably tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or more years. So that's maca. And then Mighty Maca, this has over 45 ingredients. It's straight from the earth. It's all organic. It's green. It's yummy. And it's every vegetable you'd ever need. So you're really getting all your greens in the morning by one teeny tiny scoop. And this stuff lasts, I don't know, 60 days or so. So it lasts a long time. Now, oops, we're going to go ahead and do some, I should have opened this beforehand. See, if I did a cooking show, this would all be opened and prepared. And then I just do like a handful of blueberries. Now I do blueberries and I don't do other things. A lot of times we think we eat these smoothies that are really healthy, but they're full of sugar, either added sugar or too many fruits. Like if you go to a smoothie bar and it has 4 or 5 or 6 or even 2 or 3 fruits in it, it's all sugar. So fruit is sugar. So we want to make sure we stay away from sugar as much as possible, especially in the morning, because it shoots our glycemic index up, and then we might shoot up really quickly, but then we're going to have a pretty quick down when we burn through that sugar. So I just put some blueberries. Blueberries are high on antioxidants, and they're very low in sugar, relatively speaking, when it comes to fruit. So then I just put a little handful of greens. You can use spinach, kale, whatever greens that you like. So when I switch up my smoothies, I usually maybe use raspberries instead of blueberries, or kale instead of, let's say, spinach. So you can do a little changes every day by switching it up, otherwise the same. And then I do a scoop of collagen powder or some sort of protein powder. Collagen powder, I use collagen because it's really good for your joints and tissues. So you're not only getting the protein, like of a protein powder, but you're also getting the added benefits. So collagen, protein, and I like the Bulletproof brand because Bulletproof is the highest quality. So again, you could go to Whole Foods, you can go to so many of these different grocery stores, but it's really hard to ascertain like what are the highest quality products. And so remember, the way I think of my body, let's say we use our body to make our money wealth, and so that's why our health wealth is so important, so we can use it to make our money wealth. So if our job was to race cars, would we start the race by putting really crappy fuel in it? No, we want the high octane fuel, the highest ingredients. And race car drivers, Formula One, the fuel, they're always looking for the best fuel, way to optimize the fuel or to make it better and better. Or let's say if you raced horses and you made your money from horse races, are you going to feed your horses crappy food before they do a race and they have to perform? Of course not. But we're doing that to our bodies. So we want to make sure that we put in organic, whole food ingredients that help us, so we'll have that performance, so we can use our health wealth for our money wealth. So that's that. And then I put in some fat. And this is called SKINNYFat. And this is one of my favorite brands that's to look for. And we'll give you links to all this, but SKINNYFat. So here's the thing. Most of us, especially women, think, oh no, fat is bad for us. And I'm going to just show you. I'm just putting a healthy dose of fat in here, probably a couple tablespoons or so, and throwing it in. The reason why fat's important is a number of reasons. Number one, we want to get rid of the sugar, so as little sugar as possible. That's why there's just a few blueberries in here, and as much fat as possible, especially in the mornings. Why? Because our brains are fat. And so we want to feed our brains with the fat. So again, that we have that mental clarity, that focus, that ability, the energy. So we have the maca for energy. We have the other ingredients for the greens and the whole foods. We have some almond butter to give some flavor, some texture. And we have the almond milk to make it a little bit liquidy. And then we have, of course, the skinny fat and some protein. We'll throw the milk in there. I typically put some ice in there, but we won't put any ice this time. All right, here goes. Looks good. All right, so I did a lot of talking in there. Let's go ahead and check our time. How much time did that take while I'm talking throughout the whole thing?
If I cut out all your talking, then it was a minute and a half.
Oh, so a minute and a half it took us. Oh my gosh, I don't have time for a minute and a half to create a ritual every single day. And voila, look how perfect that is. And then here's all my supplements. Of course, my hands, this is the real deal. I have blueberries all over me. Typically in the morning, I'll have blueberries on me by the time I get anywhere, or coffee, because I always spill everything. But then we'll talk about tonight. When you're with me tonight, we're going to bring in my doctor. We're going to talk actually about some supplementation, because even if we're using whole foods like this, we're just typically not getting enough vitamin minerals even out of the best foods. So it is required that most of us supplement. We'll be talking about some of that tonight. But this is it. I take my supplements, do my smoothie. Gary doesn't even have to help me with this because it's so easy and so fast. So that's my morning ritual every single day. It's exactly the same thing. It's usually at home. Sometimes I do it at the office just because that's what makes sense for an early morning meeting or whatever. But I've created my environment to support my ritual so that I can start my day with as much mental clarity, with as much energy and everything that I need to perform in order to make the day great. And again, no stress, just showing up, and today's gonna be a really great day. Thanks for being with me and starting this Monday morning together.